Our top story at this hour, Rahul Gandhi, with an introspective flourish a week back, had humbly accepted full responsibility for the humiliating drubbing in the Lok Sabha polls as he resigned from the top party post. But this humility apparently hasn't lasted long. Today, a week later, he's returned to his fallen bastion of Amethi. He categorically blamed the cadre in Amethi for the loss. In the absence of any real introspection and accountability, can the first family of this party rebuild the Congress?
संगठन में सीधे कहा है राहुल जी ने, कार्यकर्ताओं ने जब अपनी बात कही तो राहुल जी ने सीधे कहा कि हार की कमी जो है ये कार्यकर्ताओं की थी। कार्यकर्ता हमारे पूरी तरह से नहीं जुटे, इसलिए हार कहीं न कहीं हुई।
जिस कारण चुनाव हारे, राहुल जी ने स्वयं को भी कहा मेरी भी कमी हो सकती है, कार्यकर्ताओं की भी कमी हो सकती है।
हार को लेकर उन्होंने कहा हमारी भी जिम्मेदारी है हार के लिए। उसके बाद में आप सबकी भी जिम्मेदारियां बनती हैं, कार्यकर्ताओं की भी जिम्मेदारियां बनती हैं हार की।
Joining us tonight, Rajiv Pandey, leader of the BJP, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, and MC Abbas, also a political analyst. Thank you all for being with us on the show here. Let me start with you, Ashutosh Mishra. A week earlier, we heard Rahul Gandhi take complete and full responsibility of what happened to the Congress party in terms of Lok Sabha numbers. Today, he says the cadre in Amethi must also take some share of the blame for losing that family bastion that has been with the Congress party for the best part of 3 decades. Isn't this sort of giving out mixed signals? Who's responsible? Is the cadre responsible or is the leadership responsible?
I think what Rahul Gandhi is telling the cadre is that both are responsible. And what's wrong in that? If you remember, Mr. Modi, while addressing the BJP meeting in Delhi in January, had told the cadre that you have to go and start working because Modi ko naam pe vote nahi milega. That's what he had said at that time. And that's Rahul Gandhi has taken the blame, and that's what he is telling the cadre, that it's not one party, one man party, where you go and say ab ki phir ek baar Modi sarkar कमल का बटन दबाएंगे तो जो है हर वोट मोदी पे जाएगा. इट्स अ पार्टी वेयर एवरीवन हैज टू गिव हिज और हर बेस्ट फॉर द पार्टी. Otherwise, what's the difference
but do you not,
between let's say BJP and Congress? That's what he's trying to say. It's not a one-man show.
No, one second, Mr. Mishra, has Rahul Gandhi not accepted that by and large in his own constituency of Amethi, he was seen as the missing MP? Perhaps that's why he lost his family bastion. It was less to do with the cadres really working hard. It was more to do with the MP actually being missing for the past 15 years that he represented the constituency. Has that reasoning, has that not dawned upon the Congress leader yet?
Adhar,
if it hadn't dawned, then he wouldn't have taken the responsibility.
If you allow me to answer that,
and resigned.
If you wait for your turn, then I can come to you. Let Mr. Mishra answer first. Go ahead, Mr. Mishra.
So, Rahul Gandhi has accepted his mistakes, and that's why he has quit as the president of the Congress. Now, what he is telling the cadre is that you also have a role to play in the party. If you don't go and give the message to the people or act as the intermediary between the people and the leader,
Mr. Mishra,
then the party will not regenerate.
It's being seen as perhaps Mr. Gandhi there trying to pawn off responsibility rather than accepting responsibility. Before I come to MC Abbas, Rajiv Pandey, thoughts on this? Is this yet another instance? Is this yet another instance where the Congress leader, who's now no longer Congress president, refuses to acknowledge that there were some chinks in his leadership that perhaps resulted ultimately in Amethi going to the BJP?
Athar, Rahul Gandhi, what is the status of Congress party today? It is the responsibility of Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi ji, who were the supreme leaders of Congress party. A Congress party is not a cadre-based party, or that a lot of leaders are consulted for decision making. So these two people with their supporters in the CWC, they used to take all the decisions and how Congress has to function. What I wish to say, Rahul Gandhi has two phases. One phase when the election comes and he goes to the people, when he tries to hug Honorable Prime Minister, when he has started going to the temples during the election in Gujarat and then in the general election. But you tell me, have you seen his any photographs when he is going to temple after election? When he goes to one yard, he wears another cap. When he goes to UP, some temple, he is putting in these kind of double standard
but Rajiv,
and having a mask on face and try to fool the people.
Rajiv,
Just
allow me to play devil's advocate here. No, one second. Allow me to play devil's advocate here. What is wrong with a leader of a party asking its cadre to share more responsibility? Because after all, on paper at least, if not in reality, the cadres are the ones who actually galvanize support for a party. And if there are chinks there, if there has been some sort of miss
yes.
there, it's his right to say that, look, I'm responsible, but so are you.
Athar, I completely agree with you. When there is a cadre-based party, when the leader talk like this, like in left parties and BJP. You know, Rahul Gandhi, Congress party is a private limited party of the first family. Like Mayawati private limited is BSP. In BSP, in Congress, in Samajwadi Party, you can go and ask how tickets are being distributed. What are the considerations for tickets? So, you know, if there is a cadre-based party, I completely agree with you. Leader and worker are equally responsible for that. But Congress party is not a cadre-based party.
The criticism is very clear. MC Abbas, the criticism is very clear.
Mayawati ji.
No, one second. Rajiv, allow me to come in.
Mayawati ji and Mulayam Singh Yadav ji's family
allow me, sir.
will decide.
MC Abbas, there's an old saying. The fish always rots at the top, from the head. Is this the case that we're seeing right now? Is Rahul Gandhi justified in blaming the cadre for his defeat?
Adar, that's a very valid question, but I disagree with you because Rahul Gandhi is completely justified. He was of the Grand Old Party of India, Indian National Congress. He was the president. He took full responsibility and resigned from the post. Also, coming back to the debate here, let's look at it figuratively. What did he tweet? He tweeted some glorious pictures and he did come out in the open and say that, hello, am I audible? Yeah, okay. So he did come out and say that मैं अमेठी को आके बहुत खुश हूँ और मुझे अमेठी में आना घर आने जैसा है. And he received a glorious welcome from there. And he appreciated the party workers. It was only the local leaders who he did ask them to take full responsibility for the loss because they have not worked for his party. Also, I'd like to counter Mr. Rajiv Pandey, who said about Mayawati's private limited, BSP private limited.
The question is, did he work for his own constituency? He was known as the missing MP.
Yes,
No, but he was known as the missing MP. He was never found in his constituency. So the largest portion of the blame must go to Rahul Gandhi rather than the cadre here.
Yes. Athar, that is why I'm completing my point. That is why he said that in Delhi, I'm definitely going to raise my voice and fight for Amethi. Nevertheless, 3 decades, this Amethi has been my family and it shall continue. Even after losing the elections, he came very strongly. Rajiv Pandey ji, very able spokesperson of BJP, he said that Mayawati Private Limited, what do they look at while ticket distribution, sir? What do you look at while giving Pragya Singh Thakur? Does she have to be a terrorist, alleged terrorist suspect? Is that your consideration? Is that what you do? Can you answer me, sir? It is easy to blame the other parties, but look at your own party. You've had a terror suspect in the parliament. What do you have to say to that, sir?
Okay, quickly, Rajiv respond before I go back to Ashutosh Mishra on this. Rajiv, respond to this first.
Atharji, what I wanted to say, the debate is about the cadres being considered for the post of tickets or not. As far as the Pragya Singh Thakur is concerned, she is just charge seated and the trial is going on. She is not a convicted criminal. The moment, let the trial, sir, await the outcome of the trial which is going on in Mumbai, in Malegaon 2008 case. People know how she was framed. A lot of things have come up. Supreme Court has set aside the Mokoka charge against Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur ji. So please, sir, don't bring that her into this discussion. Let's wait till the outcome.
If she's convicted,
okay, no, but the debate is not about Sadhvi Pragya. Please, 1 second. Sir, the debate is not about Sadhvi Pragya. I want to go back to Ashutosh Mishra on this. Please, 1 second. No, let's not digress here. Please, let's not digress here. Let me come back to Ashutosh Mishra on this one point here. The fact that Rahul Gandhi had a week back humbly accepted full and complete responsibility for the party's bad showing, now comes up with a different statement, gives the chance now for the critics to say that the Congress party is doing what they do best. In case of a victory, all credit must go to the first family. In case of a loss, the defeat, the credit for the defeat really, not the credit, but the blame for the defeat really goes to the cadres here. So there's nothing as far as the Congress party is concerned that has changed.
The critics of Congress party can never be expected to say anything else. But the point I would want to make here, Athar, is why cadre is important, why Congress workers are important. Because we saw in the Lok Sabha elections how very deftly the BJP cadre helped Mr. Modi to change the focus from things that were affecting the common man to something for which actually the Modi government was responsible. That is the terrorist attack in Pulwama, which was actually a security lapse. But it was because of this cadre which went on to, and the fact was that it was Rahul Gandhi's minimum income support scheme which inspired
how do you explain that
the 6,000 rupees that the farmers are getting now.
Even if I buy
the cadre was unable, the Congress workers
even if I buy your argument for a second here, how do you explain,
that is what
sir,
Rahul Gandhi is telling his
how
people.
do you explain today, even today, I'm talking about earlier in the afternoon today, when Rahul Gandhi went to Amethi, there were slogans raised against Rahul Gandhi by his own cadre because they said his aides were not letting them go into Amethi to meet Rahul Gandhi. So clearly the cadre also has a lot of ill will, let me say, not for Rahul Gandhi, perhaps for his coterie that surrounds him. So that also indicates to you, if the cadre is not galvanized, if the cadre has some issues with the leadership, they're not being addressed as well.